Hi guys, this is Alicia from marketing, and today I'm going to show you how to do an InsideMaps. So I'm in one of our properties here in Destin. The first thing you do when you come in is make sure that the property is set up. So the first thing you would do is locate the light switch, make sure that the lights are on in the darker areas of the house, and then you would move into the main areas of the house to make sure that everything is set up properly. So now I'm in the living room. The first thing that you're going to do is just make sure that everything is staged properly. So you're going to go through and fix the pillows if they're messed up. You're going to make sure that those are all even, facing the same way. Sometimes there's pillows that have words on them, so you just want to make sure that they are upright, and fixing any centerpieces or other decorations in the room. Another really important thing is InsideMaps works off of natural light, so you're going to make sure that the blinds are open to get in as much natural light as possible, and make sure all of the blinds are also even, so they're all facing the same way. This room is kind of dark because not a lot of natural light comes in here, so I have the overhead light on. An important thing to remember is to make sure that the ceiling fans aren't on, because it shows up kind of funny in the pictures when the ceiling fan is on. So if it's on a separate light switch, just make sure that only the light is on, not the ceiling fan. And if it's on the same switch, just make sure that you pull the cord to turn the ceiling fan off in every room with one. Now that the house is staged, you can set up the InsideMaps device. So you're gonna screw, if it's not already screwed on, you're gonna screw the Hero device onto the top of your tripod. A good height to have the tripod is about chest height, about here. It gets the best pictures. If it's too high, you get too much ceiling. If it's too low, you get a lot of furniture and floor, and we don't want that. We want to show the property as good as possible. And now I'm going to show you how to set up the project on the app. Okay, so when you are in the app, you see all the projects. There's a little button down here that is a plus sign. That's where you add a project. So you're gonna put in the name. It makes you put in organization. The only organization should be Southern Vacation Rentals, the address, all of that, and then continue on to the next. So I'm gonna put the name in. Justin. Makes you fill everything out. So please make sure that the address is correct, and also it's important that the unit name is the exact name of the unit. So make sure that you know the name of the unit before you put it on there. If you just put like the condo complex or something, it takes a lot of time for us to figure out which property it is. So this will save time, just making sure that it's accurate the first go around. So then you're gonna click next. It's gonna ask which type of package that you want. Just click the standard one, and that has the virtual tour, the still photos, and the floor plan, and we want all of that. So add, and then it brings you to this page. So if it is a home, it gives you the option for all the projects to take a curb shot, but if it's a home, you are gonna want to do that. So you just click that button and then go out to like the end of the driveway and take a picture of the exterior from there. If it's a condo, that is not necessary. You'll just start in the first part of the house, which normally is a foyer or a hallway, and you'll just pick the rooms from there and kind of flow through the house how you would naturally walk through it to see all of the rooms. So start with the foyer. It should also ask you what floor it's on. If it's a condo, it really doesn't matter. If you want, like say that the condo is on the 4th floor, you can pick 4th floor. If it's a house with multiple floors, please pick 1st floor as the first floor that you're on, and then subsequent floors after that. So this is a home, it's only 1 floor. So I pick 1st floor. And then it's gonna ask access to camera. So then it shows you the battery, the Bluetooth, if it's connected or not, and it shows you how to put it on the device. So now I'm going to show you how to put it on the device and set that up. So you have your phone, make sure that the camera is facing to the left, and you're gonna put it in the device this way, so the camera faces out. Sometimes it's a little bit rough to put in there. Make sure that there's no case on your phone because it won't go in properly and it could bend or break the device. So once that's in there and you are all connected to the device, you can start the tour. When you take the spins of each room, make sure that you're taking multiple of each room and none from the center of the room because you can't really get a very good angle of the space. So I think it's best to take them from the corners of the room. So for instance, in this space, you would start from here and start your spin, and it's going to pan that way so you can get a good view of the room. And then you can take one from each corner of each area. When it comes to kitchens and bathrooms, just from like the doorway or like the farthest area of the room is normally best. Just stand where you think that you would see the best view of the room and take it from there. That's a good rule of thumb. Bathrooms are one of the trickier rooms to take pictures of because you don't really want the camera to show up in the mirror. If it's a smaller bathroom, you really only need one spin from the doorway, and usually that can keep the tripod out of the mirror. However, if it's a bigger bathroom like this one, you want to make sure that you get as good of a view as you can from every angle, so you can't really avoid getting the camera shot in the mirror, but that's okay because sometimes we can Photoshop it out. So if you want to take one from the doorway and then one from over here, this bathroom is pretty dark, so make sure that the lights are on. And one really important thing is to make sure that the toilet seats are closed. I know that we have them open to show that housekeeping has cleaned them. However, it does not really show very well in photos. So we are going to make sure that the toilet seats are closed in all of the bathrooms before we take the inside. Another important thing in the bedrooms is to make sure that the beds are smoothed out. So if the comforter is rough in any way, just smooth that out. Make sure that the pillows look good because InsideMaps really catches a lot of detail. So if there are a lot of creases in the bed, which you can't always avoid them completely, but just do the best that you can. And then again, just take pictures from every corner of the room. If you were to take one from the middle, it wouldn't really get a good layout of the room because you would just see mostly the bed. Another important thing is, like, this room has a lot of windows, so a lot of natural light. You would not need the light on in here or the ceiling fan. But it is important to take these tours on days that the weather is nice. So let's say that it was kind of rainy and overcast today. The same natural light would probably not be in here as it is now. So you just want to make sure that it's really sunny. If you get any view of outside, you want to see blue skies and not clouds or rain. Another important thing after you are done taking all of the interior pictures is to take pictures of the exterior. So balconies, pool decks, the pool, just any exterior photos, which it is very important to make sure that the weather is good for these. So sometimes if you're taking the project and it is not the best weather, we can always come back and take them later. And to do this, we do something called a merge project. So let's say you are in this home, it starts to rain, you can't take any pictures of the pool outside. That's okay, finish everything inside. You can come back another day when it's nice and sunny and there's no one staying in here. And all you're gonna do is name the project, create a new project and name it the unit name - merge. And that way we know that we are going to merge these new photos with the original project to create one cohesive project. And one thing that I've been seeing a lot of is people, maybe the owner has updated the furniture in the living room, but we don't have an InsideMaps project. We just have professional photos or maybe some temporary photos. And I've seen some people go in there and take a merge project of just those rooms. And that doesn't work because we can't merge them with an original project because there's not one. So merge projects are really only for when there is an original InsideMaps project and we are taking new photos to either replace or to add to a project. So once you're done filming your InsideMaps, the last thing to do is click Submit. After you do this, you cannot go back and change anything, so make sure that you got every room exactly how you want and everything is accurate, including the unit name. So once you submit, you have to keep the app open. It can be open in the background, you don't have to have it open on your screen, but it needs to be open to process, and it also needs to be connected to the internet. So when you're driving in your car, I know it's not connected to Wi-Fi, however, the phone at the end of the day, if you want to leave it in an office or the warehouse or take it home with you, as long as it's connected to Wi-Fi so it can fully process, then we can get the tour as soon as possible and it doesn't stay processing in the back end and we don't receive it. Sometimes we don't have enough time to take it InsideMaps, and that's okay. For instances like that, we can take temporary photos, but first, I want you to really think, if you have enough time to take an InsideMaps, it would probably be best to do that because it saves your time so you don't have to go back and take more photos. And it saves our time because it takes a lot of time to edit and resize and process the temporary photos to then just soon after that go and process an InsideMaps for the same unit. But we do understand that sometimes you are crunched for time, there may be a guest coming in a couple hours, the unit has no photography and the owner really needs it, and that's okay to take temporary photos, but I would like to show you how to properly take them so marketing can use them on the website. So one of the most important things is making sure that the phone is in the proper angle so you can see the room, and also it's horizontal because we can only have horizontal pictures on our website. If you send them vertically, we cannot use them, and if I try to crop them, we normally crop out some important parts of the room, and we don't want to do that. So just make sure your phone is horizontal. It's really the same rules as InsideMaps, just make sure that you're taking it from the corners of the room so you can get the best view. If you would like some inspiration, you can look at some of the professional photography on our website for some of our properties and just see the kinds of angles that they take to get the best view of the room. So in this bedroom, for instance, you can see the dresser, the bed really well. There's not too much floor, there's not too much ceiling. You can take a picture like that. So let's say that it's really bright and the room looks super dark and you can't get it to even out because there's so much light coming from the window. A good trick for that works on, as far as I know, every phone is to just click the screen and it's going to brighten the room and get rid of some of the exposure from the window. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, but if you have any questions, please feel free to email southernmarketing@gosouthern.com with any of your questions or concerns, and we would love to help you.